For as long as there have been movies, there have been what are called anti-heroes. So those are stars of movies that you root for, but they're not always exactly good guys.
Opening this weekend, there are two movies that star some very lovable anti-heroes. But here's the twist. They aren't bad guys, they're bad gals.
How about that?
Here with his reviews from the website, Paul's Trip to the Movies, we want to welcome back Paul McGuire Grimes.
Hi, Paul.
Hello. Hi.
TNT in the house.
I'm so excited. Many people loved Ocean's 11 and the series that followed Ocean's 12 and 13. Ocean's 8, this is a sequel?
It's a sequel. So in it, Sandra Bullock plays the sister to George Clooney's character, and she gathers, a group of her best gal pals to pull off a heist at the Met Gala.
There was a lot of buzz about this movie because it was taken over as an all-female cast, and how was this going to go? So tell us who else is in the movie.
So it's Kate Blanchett, Anne Hathaway, Sarah Paulson, Helena Bonham Carter, Rihanna, Mindy Kaling, and a new gal named Aquafina.
Boy, what's their budget
Her name
for those?
is Aquafina?
Yes.
Like the water.
Great.
Spelled differently, but yes.
All right,
I hope
that's
she gets
great.
cases of the stuff.
I know.
All right.
She should get a cut.
There was so much to love about Ocean's 11. The pacing was great. The comedy was great. And the stakes were high. How does this
And
live
I
in
think
comparison?
this one has all that as well. I mean, I think it's great to see all these kind of really dramatic actors just letting loose, having fun, playing someone a little bit different, especially Anne Hathaway. This really feels a callback to her kind of Devil Wears Prada days, because she's playing this really obnoxious actress, and she just revels in that, almost kind of making fun of herself.
Is it funny?
Some of it is funny. It's not as funny as you would expect, because I think it really relies on the heist aspect more than just like a Sandra Bullock comedy aspect.
Okay.
But you love her in it. You trust her. You know she's going to pull it off. So part of the fun is the execution, what happens inside the Met, and then the twists that happen.
I guess I'm asking for a little bit of a spoiler here. Any fun cameos?
Oh, yes. So
Okay,
if you follow the Met, there's some good Met cameos, then some cameos from the Ocean's movies as well.
Fun. Very
but
fun.
you don't need to see those movies to really enjoy this one as well. It really stands on its own, too.
Ticket stub.
I'm giving it 3 out of 5. Light summer fun.
That looks like 3.5. That looks even more than.
What did I say?
We rounded you up to the nearest half, and that's
like
3.5.
Right, 3.5.
Tell me about Hotel Artemis.
Yeah, so if you want something a little bit darker, something a little bit weirder, in this one, Jodie Foster plays this nurse at this hotel who takes in criminals because the streets of LA are in riots right now. It takes place in the near future.
Oh, my goodness.
So you have Sterling K. Brown in it as one of the criminals that comes in, and then Jeff Goldblum and Zachary Quinto come in. You don't really know what to expect when all these people start coming in, and she kind of looks like this crazy cat lady.
Is it suspenseful? Is it scary?
It is suspenseful. You have no idea where it's going to go next. It's kind of violent, kind of funny at the same time. It really is a throwback to late 70s, early 80s, kind of cheap sci-fi movies.
Ooh.
All right. Ticket stubs for that one.
I'm giving that 3 out of 5. I like that. I had no idea where it was going. And it's short, too. I was like a good short movie.
I like that, too.
It's very different.
Okay, now for your streaming option, Paul, let's just talk about the elephant in the room. You're talking about the movie A Wrinkle in Time, which largely was not well received by critics. I think it had about a 40% rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
Right.
Why are you suggesting we watch it?
Because I think it's really great for families. I think it really caters more towards kids, more so than our age that kind of grew up reading this book. It's about this brother and sister who go in search for their missing father with the help of these kind of 3 celestial beings played by Reese Witherspoon, Oprah Winfrey, and then Mindy Kaling again.
So do you think people didn't like it because they went in with expectations and it wasn't that way?
Yes, because this is a very modern, contemporary movie that Ava DuVernay, who directed it, took with this approach to really cater toward kids. And I think we were hoping for more of just a different look and vibe to it. But I think kids that see it will really like it. It's very colorful, very adventurous, some good special effects in it.
How old are kids? Are we talking that are...
Like, they're 7, 8-ish.
Okay.
So if your kids like the Harry Potter movies, it kind of has that Wizard of Oz, never-ending story feel to it.
Oh, I love never-ending.
Yeah, adults may get a little bored, but I think kids will be kind of fascinated, especially kids that maybe are feeling bullied or maybe terrorized at school that feel like outcasts. I think this movie really speaks to that kind of demographic.
And that is an example, though, of how expectations can totally just make or break a movie. It's like what you think it's going to be versus what it is.
When you have images in your head of how you think these places in this world is, and that's not what you see on screen, it throws you off.
I still remember Road to Perdition with Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
The commercial said, a triumph.
Great
Friends, it was many things, but it was not a triumph, and that expectation ruined it for me. We'll talk about it later. Visit Paul's website. It is Paul's Trip to the Movies.com. He's got more movie reviews there. You can also listen to his podcast. Check this out. It's called All Things Streamy. You can hear his thoughts on the very latest streaming movies and shows. We've got a link to that on our website.
And also listen to Paul on the Colleen and Bradley Show on My Talk 1071. You can hear him there every Friday.
Well said, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Steve.